Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night, December 11th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. Yahoo! That's right, folks. Another great Thursday night to talk about all the great things happening in the world of pro wrestling. I'm talking matches, segments, title changes, returning icons, massive pay-per-view events, moments that you will never see ever again, like John Cena's last match. More on that later. Folks, I am your host, Jose Casabona, and I'm also the host of the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tight partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week, the last real undisputed champion, Mr. Juan Arouse.
You know, it's actually funny. I would actually like the original undisputed championship belt for myself. You know, the one that Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar wore. That would be my deal. That would be my bag. So that kind of works for me.
You mean you don't like the new one that Cody Rhodes has?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister.
All right. And folks, like all our other shows, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So be sure to hit the subscribe and the follow button. Click the notification bell so you can stay up to date, so you can stay alerted when live streams drop every week. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know they are here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9 to 5 jobs just to keep the lights on. However, there's a way that you can help rescue the Ravens Flock from this dim and dismal fate, and that is by doing what you find folks at home do best, supporting the Ravens Flock by liking our content, commenting both during and after the stream, sharing our content across all our social media platforms, telling everybody who has an affinity for geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between about the wonderful world of the Ravens Flock, and most importantly, making sure that you and everyone you refer us to is subscribed and that you guys have the notification bell hit to all alerts. That way you never miss a beat. The more people that you refer us to, the more subscribers we get. The more subscribers we get, the more inner flockers come out of it. And before you know it, we'll be completely 100% self-sustaining to the point where we're no longer just doing this channel just for the love of the game, but also as our livelihood. We want to be able to work for you. We want to be able to work for ourselves. With your help, we can and will succeed. You'll also get access to members first and members only content, a special discounts, war merch store, link in the description below, and you get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up over here, we've got Vicente Guerrero in the chat. I see Matthew Coburn, and I saw Hassan Terrell up in the chat as well. We appreciate every single one of you guys joining us. Only have until the 18th to get it. What? Hey. Hold on, to get what? Forza
Plymouth.
I'm sorry, what? Is that
in Forza Horizon 5?
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Is that is wild.
That is great.
Wilder in person, but still.
True.
Yeah.
But Jose, pray tell, what is it exactly that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
So here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. So here we are in the month of December, and last weekend we had this week not only did we had an awesome shows all across the TV airwaves, but last weekend we also had 3 pay-per-view events, which we will talk about. We're experimenting on a new format to keep things streamlined while we get a chance to talk about everything we want to get out. You know what I mean? Okay, so bear with us. And that's part of what makes the Ravens Flock awesome. We're experimenting with new things, new ideas, new ways to keep our content awesome, and to keep you guys coming back and watching for more and more and more. And
this Jose's just using a very long-winded way of saying, I don't want to work as much, so I'm doing things and I'm calling it streamlining and making it new. Hey. Hay's for horses.
Straw's cheaper.
But we don't have enough money for either or.
Listen, give it a shot, okay?
A shot.
Anyways,
it's your show, so what do I care?
Well, you should care. You should care plenty. You are involved in the channel, and our channel has an awesome partner, so you should care loads.
I do care loads. I've got plenty of loads to care about.
But do you have plenty of energy?
That depends.
Well, thankfully, we've got it covered because it's thanks to our partners over at Glitch Energy, the specially formulated smart energy blend for all the geeks and nerds to enjoy. It keeps your body running all day long. Comes complete with 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 lag, and of course, 0 crash. Make sure that you bookmark glitchenergy.com on your web browser to stay up to date for all their alerts. Right now, their fire sale is still going. All their glitch tubs are selling right now for $19.95 pre-tax. And
everything must go. This is it. Once this fire sale is done, you will not be able to get a hold of these flavors ever again. I'm telling you this right now, folks. As a little birdie told me here at that our buddies at Glitch Energy are going to be shaking things up. There's going to be a whole new revolution in the world of Glitch Energy, and you guys are definitely going to want to be a part of it by getting staying on top of the bag with Glitch Energy, and B, getting a hold of these last 5 remaining flavors while you still can. I don't know if they're ever going to have Elf Candy again, or Grinchberry again.
Or Nerdies! We don't know if Nerdies is going to come back.
Or Smurf Juice or Grenades ever again. We do not know. This is the only thing that I can say about the details of this of the situation at Glitch, but I will tell you this. You don't want to miss out. You do not want to miss out at all.
Exactly. And of course, if you go to glitchenergy.com and sign up for their newsletter, you'll receive a 15% discount on your first order. So don't delay. Go to glitchenergy.com, sign up for their newsletter, take advantage of the discount, get your glitch now while you still can. While supplies last.
We'd like to once again thank Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock.
All right. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mr. Quake. Hello, Hassan Terrell. Hello, Vicente Guerrero. I hope you guys are awesome. And let's go ahead and get the review started. 1, ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right. So we're going to kick things off by going over to this week's edition of WWE NXT.
We're not going to NXT yet.
No, yes, we've
got
honorable mentions.
I was going to say.
No.
Oh, it's an honorable mention. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an honorable.
My bad.
I said that much.
Assuming me.
Okay.
I was actually going to answer before we get started on there. I saw Vicente saying, once Juan and Jose do get the money and buy a horse, be sure to name it Bojack. Are you kidding me? I'm going to name that horse Tyrone. And she's going to be beautiful.
But what if it's a boy?
Her name will be Tyrone.
Okay, then. So, coming fresh off an incredible pay-per-view event of NXT Deadline, we deal with the fallout, and we open up this week's edition of NXT with the address from now the two-time NXT champion, the ruler, the conqueror, the mountain you cannot climb, the bringer of war, the great Obafemi.
Yay! Good on him. Not to say that we didn't enjoy the title reign of Absolute Ricky Saint and all, but it's good to see Obafemi back in action here. He's been out of it for a little while.
He has been out of it for a little while, that is true, and on the opening match of NXT Deadline, Obafemi conquered Ricky Saints to capture his second NXT Championship victory, and he has earned the right to face the undisputed WWE Champion.
You're kidding.
I don't have the graphic, but yeah.
You know, I'm not going to try and say something different, but Jose wants to do things differently, so I'm just going to stop over here. Cody Rhodes.
That's right. Obafemi gets to face Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event this Saturday night on December 13th, live on Peacock.
Okay, I've got to tell you, that has to be like the first match of the night, only because I want to see these guys in action. We also know that we've got other crazy matches set up for Saturday night's main event, and there's one particular match that I would really love to actually be able to watch live. Just to be able to say that we watched it live. I don't want to miss out. I don't want no FOMO.
We'll get to that later. Don't worry.
Okay, well...
So yes, Obafemi got on the mic. He told the fans that, NXT hasn't been the same without the ruler, and the fans were 100% behind Obafemi. They love him, despite him being a villainous character.
Jose, There's one little thing that you're forgetting. What's worse than a villain?
A villain who's cool?
No. A hero who turns villain.
Oh, yeah! And we're going to get there because, speaking of heroes, out comes the former NXT champion, Absolute Ricky Saints.
Oh, shit.
Absolute Ricky Saints came down to the ring, paid his respect to Obafemi for an awesome match, but is calling his shot. He is demanding a rematch, and he brought up an interesting number, some stats for his ass. Both these men have one win over each other, so they are now 1-1, neck and neck. They are tied, and Ricky Saints wants to battle with the ruler one more time for the NXT title.
Holy cow. Okay. He's not wrong. That does track. How does the ruler, the conqueror, the bringer of war, the mountain you cannot climb, respond to this challenge?
Well, before he got a chance to respond to anything, both these men were interrupted by the young OG Javon Evans.
Okay. Look, I hate to be distracted by much. I really hate being distracted.
Is it the hair?
Surprisingly, no, it's not the hair that's distracting me.
Okay, good, because that looked like a tarantula from this distance.
Oh, no. It's not the hair that's distracting me at all. Regarding the young OG.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry, but for some fucking reason, his smile scared the shit out of me when this came up.
Bro! Oh, watch it. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be that man?
I'm being that guy because A, that's what you don't pay me for, and B, most importantly, I'm the here running the computer. I'm the one trying to make things make sense and like following along with the program here. And if I happen to point out something that's a point of interest, then I'm sorry, I'm obligated to point out a point of interest.
Okay, it's one thing to point out a fashion faux pas, but damn it, Juancho, you're not a dental technician.
No, I'm not. But you know what I am? An easily distracted son of a bitch. But that's not what's important. What's important here is the young OG, Javon Evans, interrupting the festivities of shenaniganery between former and current NXT champions.
That's
so what's his whole bag? He's like, oh, hey, neither of you guys want to take me on because you both lost to me.
Actually, his bag is this. First of all, he won this year. He won the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. More on that later. Yeah. And that means that he has an opportunity to face the NXT to challenge for the NXT Championship at New Year's Eve. But then he thought to himself, why wait until then when he could face Obafemi tonight?
Dun dun dun.
And it's at this point where we start to see we start to get the vibes of the heel turn from Ricky Saints, because then Ricky Saints gets on the mic and he pretty much tries to big brother Javon Evans, little brother Javon Evans, saying like, hey man, you know, I understand, but hey, listen, let me get my shot first, and then
come in after,
and then you can come in after. That would be really great. Like, and the fans were booing Ricky Saints.
It's like, no, we want a triple threat. We want to see all you guys throw down at once.
But then Obafemi got on the mic and he finally accepted the challenge against Javon Evans for the NXT Championship later that night. So, great opening segment. Great pop from Obafemi. I like where Ricky Saints is going with this. And yeah, no, Javon and Obafemi are like two of the most popular wrestlers right now on NXT. And these two guys are white hot. I'm going to talk about them later. Right. Damn, great opening segment. Wancha, your thoughts?
Okay, so clearly we've got the presentation here. We've got the heel out of Ricky Saints over here, and I told you it's just a matter of time with it. Like, we could cheer for Ricky Saints all the live long day, but everyone knows that his best mic work comes when he's a heel. So, like, it was only a matter of time here. So let's not kid ourselves that this was going to happen. That's number one. Number two, it's always nice seeing Obafemi back in action, champ or not champ. He is entertaining. He is one of those few big men that you can get behind without it being just like a gimmick, the gimmick of him being a big guy, being the only thing going for him. So that's always good. Number three, I agree with Mr. Quake, who said here, Javon needs Invisalign. But I digress. Let's see here. Cinta was talking about how he's making Vietnamese soup. Let's see. He seems to have a lot of sliced meat and bags of mixed veggies. Okay, that's cool. And yeah, no, dude, we're actually like you're not wrong about the whole issue with Netflix and Warner Brothers. We're gonna actually be bringing that up this Saturday night on this week's edition of the Ravens Vlog, along with other nerding pop culture news that we've got in store for you guys.
Exactly. Now let's move on to the exciting match of the night, and it is in the women's division. These two ladies have been at each other's throats for weeks now, and they're facing off one more time. And it's not about championship gold; it's about respect. The former TNA two former TNA Knockouts world champions collide as Kalani Jordan takes on the juggernaut Jordan Grace.
What's up, homies? Yay!
Someone's happy. Someone's a
So I
happy
get to see
pup.
Muscle Mommy.
All right, here we go. So let's talk about this match. We got photos. Let's get through it.
Okay.
Oh, man. Like I said, this is not about championships at this point. It's all about respect, and these ladies do not respect each other. Like,
I mean, I can understand why you wouldn't want to respect Kalani Jordan. She looks like she's wearing toothpaste.
asshole.
But I'm Tish.
Oh, man. So,
And what's up with Jordan Grace's outfit? What, is she trying out for the Ice Capades?
hey, what's wrong with the outfit? I like it. It's black and blue.
Okay, but you see the little white bits? I'm saying,
Yeah. K-Storm's got a point. What's wrong with the escapades?
Ice Capades.
Ice Capades.
All right, listen. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Ice Capades. I'm saying like, look, you got a little holly jolly going on in the middle over there. You know how you got the semi-transparent chest window going on here for
Jordan,
for the Juggernauts Juggernauties going
Yeah.
on. Okay, so you see how it looks like it's like sort of snowy?
Yeah,
Ice
because it's December, winter season.
Ice Capades.
Okay, it's
I rest my case.
Shut up.
No, okay, all right. So by that logic,
look,
by your logic, then that means we can't really rag on Kalani Jordan's outfit because what's wintergreen?
Yes.
Wintergreen gum or
One.
something.
It's December. It's holiday season.
Yeah, you say holiday season. I call it birthmas because I always get ripped off and only get like either one present from people or no present. It's like, oh, I'll get it for your birthday. Or like, oh, sorry, I forgot. I couldn't get it for your birthday. I'll get it for Christmas.
Oh,
And then
Family
when
doesn't count.
family doesn't.
Okay.
And then like when Christmas comes around, they're like, oh, didn't I get you something for your birthday? And they're like, and I tell them no, and they're like, oh, sorry, too bad, whoopsie doopsie, and then I get fucked over. So yeah, I have a bone to pick when it comes to getting birth missed. All right.
And
Kalani,
I can.
look. Kalani's Aqua Fresh. No, she's Scope. She's Scope mouthwash. She keeps you wintergreen and
Oh,
fresh.
Juancho, ye of little faith.
Jordan Grace is.
I'm
wearing a
gonna
Volta.
hold my tongue on that one. So anyway, so getting back.
All right.
So-
I'll quit ragging on the ladies' outfits. I know it's a cheap shot, but since I'm your color commentary here, I take the cheap shots because you're not allowed to.
Actually, no. I was holding off on any talk about your birth miss thing. But let's keep going.
Joseph, this has nothing to do with the awesome Quarks Bar cup and T-shirt that you got me, which I awesomely love because they're funny and
I never
love
said that.
Space Night.
That has that has nothing to do with it either.
Fine, whatever. I'm being
So
that way.
Jordan Grace is punishing Kalani Jordan in the middle of the ring. Power move after power move. Kalani Jordan is definitely going through it for real, for real. Now, in this match, there are two specific moves that I want to talk about that Jordan Grace executed perfectly. Number one, this submission hold, the stretch muffler, a.k.a. the one submission hold that Brock Lesnar does rarely.
It's called a stretch muffler.
The stretch muffler, yep. And
Jesus.
but what she did is that she deadlifted Kalani Jordan off the ground and transitioned it into like a stretch muffler suplex.
Wait, so what? Like Kalani, she's got Kalani's leg arched up over the back of her own neck, right?
Yes.
And so what? By like hoisting Kalani up from the leg and using the strength of her neck and shoulders, she stands up and then what? Like suplex, flatbacks on and like flapjacks Kalani face first.
Yes. That was so
That is
cool.
so sexy.
That is so
I
sexy.
take back all the silly wardrobe jokes I made.
Yes, and then there's move number 2, which is the next photo here, and this one is a submission hold I have never seen before. Look how the legs are locked in. This looks like a modified variation of a pin-up submission hold.
Okay, how the fuck do you get into this position, and why do I have the weirdest boner right now?
Oh my.
K-Storm, my girlfriend ladies, my wife, my beautiful ladies. Please don't judge me. But hoppana.
You'll have to blow up the picture so that at least K-Storm can understand what you're talking about.
Keep saying it for both of us, sweetie.
Hoppana.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Love you.
But yeah,
Please don't smack me.
But yeah, this is such a really cool move. I have no word for what this is. Like I said, this looks like some sort of modified variation of a pin-up submission hold.
But
I could be wrong.
How do you even get into this hold? How can someone else be prone enough that you can interlock your legs this way and fucking rag on someone and lock their legs up in this manner where you're pretzeled up like a motherfucker?
I saw this happen, like where Jordan Grace, she was trying to go for a pinfall, then she locks in the leg, standing over Kalani Jordan, lays in a couple of right hand blows, and then she rolls over like as one does, and that's where we get to this point. Oh my god, and that's applying a lot of pressure onto Kalani Jordan because look at where the legs are positioned.
Okay, so if I'm looking at this correctly, she's got her thighs up behind Kalani's thighs. She's also using her feet interlocked over with Kalani's ankles.
While doing push-ups to gain a little leverage.
And this is resulting in her using her own legs, sort of pressing down against Kalani's legs that are propped up, applying pressure both on the thighs and the calves and shins of Kalani Jordan, both at the same time.
Oh yes.
The weirdest boner right now, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can have the weirdest boner all you want, but you better pray she doesn't put you in that hold. Your knees can't handle
I
it.
disagree vehemently and violently. If this is how I die, then I will die with a smile on my freaking face.
You're not
Sugar mommy can put me in this all day long.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're gonna die, but you certainly don't want to spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair.
Worth it.
Okay then, moving on. So after
Giggity.
the weirdest boner pretzel I've ever seen on network television, Jordan Grace continued the momentum here and just throwing Kalani Jordan around. You can see her hitting an incredible German suplex in the middle of the ring, and then we get to the finish where while they were brawling outside earlier in the match, Kalani Jordan slammed Jordan Grace shoulder first onto the steel steps, and then she tried to grab a steel chair. Jordan Grace stopped her in her tracks, and then I forgot to get another picture of it because this was so cool, because at ringside, Jordan Grace did a Vader bomb using the steel steps.
Yo, okay, that is evil. Actually, no, I think you're like, is the finish what... It
No.
also included that? You need to mention that because that was also...
I won't mention it. I'll mention
Bring
it
it up.
later. But yeah, no. Jordan Grace, you know how like Vader uses the turnbuckle as leverage and then drops it down
Yeah.
for the Vader bomb? Jordan Grace used the steel steps. Didn't use it as a weapon, but used the steel steps as added leverage to do the Vader bomb outside on the floor. And then when we get to the match finish, Jordan Grace went back outside. She tried to grab the steel chair. Kalani Jordan knocked Jordan Grace off the ring apron, and Jordan fell crashing through the security barricade.
Oh no.
Kalani Jordan brought Jordan Grace back into the ring, and then Kalani Jordan hits her freaking like 450 splash to pin and win. Your winner, Kalani Jordan. This bitch.
Boo, how dare you. This
Winter
was not
Green prevails over Arctic Blue.
fun. Oh, how dare you. The nerve. You need to bring up the fucking thing. You need to bring up the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
no.
Okay,
What
go.
Juan's referring to is that on NXT Deadline, in the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match, there was a moment where Jordan Grace paid homage to John Cena. She tried to go for the five-knuckle shuffle. She goes over to the ropes. Kalani Jordan stops Jordan Grace mid-shuffle. And then Kalani tries to does the shuffle herself, but instead of dropping the fist, She just kicks the opponent on the ground like, fuck
she
you.
She kicks Jordan Grace on the ground.
No, Jordan Grace, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
She kicks Jordan Grace, and then she's like, no, I'm not doing John Cena stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
Screw you. Nerve. The nerve of this woman. How dare she? This dastardly heel. Oh, my God. This
Hello,
is
Michael
horrible.
Vasquez. How you doing? Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. I hope you have a lot more to say tonight.
Vicente Guerrero saying Jim Cornette told a story about Harley Race and his wife driving to a territory show, and maybe the 1970s. Car crash, wife died in the crash. Harley hated Christmas for the rest of his life. I don't fucking blame him.
Hello, everybody popped in to say hi. Hello, Lisa Boo. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Thank you, Lisa Boo, for joining us here tonight on Wrestle Rewind. And yes, Mr. Quake, Kalani Jordan does kind of look like a Bratz doll with her hair this way. But you know what? That still means that she wins. And I think I can forgive the wintergreen because I noticed something important on her outfit here.
And what's that?
She's just like me, for real, for real.
Just like you for real? What are you talking about? What? I love New York. Oh, yeah!
Yeah, she just like me, for real, for real.
Aww. Even though she's from Boynton Beach, Florida.
What the fuck?
Like, what? That's such a weird thing. Whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm from Queens, New York, and I live in Tampa, Florida. So you know,
It's like poetry. It's like pottery. It rhymes.
Shut up. Juan, your thoughts on the match between
Okay.
Kalani Jordan and Jordan Grace?
clearly, these ladies still have shit they got to work out. They're not done with this. This is not the end of it all. It was an excellent match, hard hitting, and
Those
clearly these
those
ladies-
three moves though from Jordan Grace. My goodness, how innovating, how awesome.
I know, right?
All right, now let's move on to the exciting segment of the night featuring NXT's own champ, the North American champion and
The Canadian.
the Canadian North American champion and one half of the AAA mixed tag team champions, All Ego, Ethan Page.
It's up in the head, not the smile, Jose. It's in the head.
No, he points it at the smile.
He points at his dimples over here. He points over here is what he does.
All right, fine, whatever. Shit, what I'm trying to get it right. Anyway,
So Ethan Page be Ethan Page in here.
Yeah,
he's
Ethan
paging his Ethans all
He-
up in our faces.
he
And
get-
we have to sit here and take it.
he gets on the mic and he's boasting and bragging about his victory at Deadline. He successfully defended the North American Championship against Mr. Iguana.
Yeah. For sure, iguana's iguana got.
He's got an iguana.
Okay. I knew we were gonna say that.
It's Mr.
And you know what?
What?
Because you're killing the gimmick, I'm glad he won.
Shut up! I'm
Because-
not killing the
Because
gimmick.
literally, the iguana was taken to a medic backstage. Okay?
No, Layeska!
Yeah, Layaska, she was being treated by the medic. You want me to try and find that photo?
I want you to feel sorry for Layeska.
No. I'll feel sorry for Lamb Chop before I feel sorry for Layaska. I'll feel sorry for Mr. Sacco and for his long-lost twin brother, Mr. Rocco.
Would you feel sorry for Elbow,
Yes.
Oscar Grouch,
Yes.
Bert and Ernie?
Yes, both of them.
Okay, fair.
But not Layaska.
All right, so after that, no. Ethan Page then bragged about how he is the best professional wrestler in WWE today. He's even better than John Cena, who's soon going to be retired. And then after he's done bragging and boasting, the lights cut out. And then in the Titantron, we get a blurred vision of a dude, a dark figure walking on the bridge at nighttime right next to the traffic. And then the spotlight is back on Ethan Page. But who's standing right behind him? None other than the returning former NXT North American champion, the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo's back! You're so back!
Yeah, the Don of NXT is
Oh my God!
searching
We're
up in
so
here,
back!
and he's actually
We're
been
so
better
back!
with a vengeance. And poppity poopy, beepity poopity pop, poppity poopy, beepity poopity pop.
We are so back, Quan!
We've never been more back than we've been now, than we are now.
So Tony D'Angelo drops Ethan Page with a spine buster and then drops, I believe it's either black rose petals or black envelopes or black napkins or some shit he dropped on him, and he says nothing. And look at him. He's got a different look now. He's wearing a Bane-like coat.
Yeah, he's got a nice big winter coat. It's cold out. Okay?
He's got a big winter coat, and
Orlando's further north to us by only like a couple hundred miles or whatever.
And that dude has got a full beard. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's called he's dressed for the weather. He's dressed for success. Also, one can heavily imply that the reason why he's dressed this way is because he is in mourning of the death of the D'Angelo family. And so, that's why he's dressed this way.
Oh,
but I digress. The Don has returned. Poppity boopy. Bippity boopity pop. Poppity boopy.
Oh, you have to give Juan a minute. It's like putting on a jacket that he hasn't worn in a long time, and it feels great.
Actually, there's a jacket that I've got, but I think I had to throw it out. It's my old black denim jacket. You know the one we're talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about.
That one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need.
You had to throw it out.
Yeah.
It fell apart.
Yeah,
but it's okay. You got a black leather jacket.
Yeah, it's all right. But also, I do sometimes miss the old black denim one.
It's okay.
It was so old it was turning white.
Yeah, that's true, folks. All right, now let's get over to the match of the night. And this one is a one-on-one contest from the women's division as Sol Ruca goes one-on-one against... So the only real story to this one-on-one contest was the ongoing friendship breakup story between Sol Ruca and Zarya. Zarya showed up all the way up on the bleachers along with the rest of the fans. They put a spotlight on her just to make sure that she's there.
Just
to highlight that she's there. Yeah, just to highlight that she's there. And yeah, no, Sol Ruca, albeit she was distracted, she was able to put on a really good match against Ren Sinclair and beat her using the Soul Snatcher for the win. You're a winner, Sol Ruca. So
okay, sounds like it wasn't all that though.
And then after the match, Sol Ruca got on the mic and invited Zarya to be at her corner when she faces Bayley at Saturday night's main event this Saturday. So, I can see a double cross coming from a mile away.
Okay, what double cross? I thought these two were already at odds. I thought they already hated each other. Do you mean to tell me that they're trying to they were trying to reconcile?
Here's the thing. The breakup right now is at a slow simmer. They haven't pulled the trigger on it yet.
What the fuck you mean they haven't pulled the trigger on it yet? The two of them have already been trying to fight each other and shit. And
they've been arguing. No, they haven't attacked each other. They've been
Zarya attacked what's her face.
So Zarya speared Kendall Gray.
Yeah, and she was aiming for Sol Ruca, was she not?
Yeah, and then these two were arguing, and I guess Sol Ruca is trying to repair the friendship.
Okay, cool, but why?
Because friendship, man.
Does it fucking look like AEW to you?
Does it have to be AEW to say that friendship matters? Like, hey man, Sol Ruca still likes Zarya still loves Zarya. Like, they had good times, Juan. Do you remember all the good times?
Legitimately, no, I don't.
Well, they had good times.
Well, like, here's the problem that I have with that. It's that, like, why? It's you're begging for trouble. So, no, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, no. Even Sting could see this betrayal coming from a mile away. And Sting is, like, really bad with being friends. Now, after the match, Kendall Gray, who, by the way, is the Women's Irish Survivor winner, she got into a promo segment with the NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane, flanked with the rest of the Fatal Influence.
Hold on. Is that Ren Sinclair back behind? Oh, wait, no, there she is.
Yep.
Okay, that's all of Fatal Influence over here.
Yep, this is after the match, after Sol invited Zarya. JC Jane came down to the ring in another post-match segment, and these both had a promo off. JC Jane had a really scathing promo, calling Kendall Gray a Kurt Angle ripoff. Oof.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
She called Kendall Gray a Kurt Angle ripoff, and she pretty much declared that she is on a different level than Kendall Gray, and that there's no way that she's going to be losing the NXT Women's Championship. Kendall
took offense, and Kendall took
exception.
Yeah, so she took exception to that.
She took exception to that, and she said that, yeah, you know what? Throughout her entire life, like, no one expected her to win the Evolve Women's Championship. No one expected her to win the Iron Survivor Challenge. But then again, no one expected JC Jane to win the NXT Women's title. Ooh. So, while her words weren't nearly as scathing as JC Jane's, her point was made clear. She's coming after JC Jane for the NXT Women's title at New Year's Evil. But unfortunately, oh man, I hate it when they make baby faces look dumb, because after the promo off, the Fatal Influence destroyed Ren St. Clair and Kendall Gray. God damn it.
What?
It was 3-on-2. They freaking jumped them.
So they just jumped them.
Yep, after the promos.
So they just jumped them just to jump.
Just to knock them out and make a statement.
The fuck?
Hey, she's...
Okay, yeah, sorry, go on.
No, she's a bad bitch. Bad bitches do bad bitch things. Isn't that right, K-Storm?
You can't see, actually... Yeah, see? K-Storm is
You
smirking.
see?
Like, and apparently bad bitches things includes playing emulator games. Oh, that is a bad bitch thing, actually, now that I think about it, because, like, oh no, emulators are bad. Oh no, you're doing evil things against, like, the corpos that make video games. Oh, that's so evil.
What are they gonna do? Sue me?
Did you completely forget the point of last night's episode of the Black Files? Yes, they can sue you.
I know. That's why I'm laughing sarcastically. I laugh because the only other option is to groan.
Am I horrible for being distracted by what's her face's by Fallon Henley's legs?
No, actually, no. She's looking really good in black leather.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the parts of her legs not covered in black leather. Her legs look good. Okay. But that's not the point. Okay, so yeah, bad girls doing bad.
All right. Now let's get to, this isn't a bad segment, but this is a very silly segment that kind of got confusing. And it was supposed to be a match, but I'm calling it a segment. It is the open challenge, the NXT Women's North American Champion, the Glamour, Blake Monroe, has decided to be nice and charitable for the holidays, and she has decided to lay out an open challenge for any women in the NXT locker room to step up and come after her for the title.
Oh, no.
So she has pretty much invited anyone to come down and face her. So a bunch of women showed up wanting to get their piece here, and look at that. These are all the women that. Apart from Lola Vice, the rest of the women, like, you don't recognize because they've been wrestling on Evolve. Look at that. All the way to the left, you've got Tyra May Steele, the winner of LFG, and then you've got Callie Armstrong, the former Evolve Women Champion, standing next to Lola Vice, and standing all the way in the back, the blonde hair in black, is Carmen Petrovic. Hey, remember her?
No, exactly.
Exactly. And And Blake Monroe was trying to mitigate all this. She's like, no, I can't face all of you. No, Ava, get back over here. And then right from behind, and then Thea Hale attacks from behind, from out of nowhere, locks in the Kimura lock, and then and Blake Monroe was tapping out in the middle of the ring, and then Thea Hale starts running around in circles, acting like she won the title match, even though the match didn't officially start. And then Blake Monroe, and then the whole segment ends with Blake Monroe rolling outside of the ring, and she's sitting in distress with all the other competitors circling around her like vultures.
Okay, I see Nikita Lyons. Is that Ariana Grace here in the outfit?
Wait, I gotta get a closer look.
Up here in the upper right corner.
I think so. I believe.
No,
so.
That's Ariana Grace.
Oh yeah, cool.
Jesus,
honey, aren't you supposed to be in TNA? Aren't you supposed to be with your daddy?
More on that later.
Anyways, Juan, and that was such a weird thing. Even Booker T called it out, like she didn't technically win because the belt match hadn't started. Juan, your thoughts?
Okay, yeah, that was a little too silly for its own good. But you know what? You can have a little bit of silly as long as it's done right. You're the one who watched the segment. Would you say, in your professional wrestling fan opinion, that this segment was done right?
Fair.
You've got an arrogant heel champion issuing an open challenge. All these ladies who are in the undercard, for lack of a better term, coming out of the woodworks to challenge her. the main contender for the Women's North American Champion jumps her, kicks her ass, doesn't win because the match didn't actually start, and then that leaves the champion rolling out for running for dear life, only to fall into the snake pit here.
Yeah, okay, fair. You know what? Looking at it that way, yes, this segment was actually entertaining. It was fun, and yes, it does set up Thea Hale in a way as the next contender. And actually, you know what? I want to see more of this. I want to see more of these ladies, these Evolve cast-offs, actually get a chance at the spotlight against Blake Monroe.
It's not really them being cast-offs, Jose.
Oh, right, not cast-offs, but just
these lovely ladies from NXT and from Evolve. They don't have TV time. They don't get any time to shine on NXT.
No, because they're wrestling on Evolve and they're getting Tubi time.
The less I say about Tubi, the better.
I actually like Tubi. It's free.
I know it's free, but there's a thing for that. The point is, it works for the ladies because they get exposure.
Yes.
It's like, oh hey, who's that one? And oh hey, who's this lady over here? She looks cool. Or oh, this one looks like she can whip somebody's ass. Or oh hey, I remember her. These ladies from Evolve get screen time.
Yes.
Thea
Okay.
Hale, our own lovable Genki girl of NXT, she clearly jumps in at the forefront. She's the focal point of this whole thing. It's just like what I mentioned when it came to the tag match that she was in with Joe Hendry against Chelsea Green and Ethan Page.
Yeah.
Thea Hale is the focal point.
Fair.
Because we're elevating Thea Hale. I was about to call her Mariah May again. I was about to use
You're
her
about to
AEW
dead name her.
I was about to use her AEW dead name.
How dare you, Juan?
So, no, seriously, Blake Monroe, she's the Women's North American Champion. She's the dastardly heel. She's already a star. The women of Evolve, they're the background actors for this. The breakout star is Thea Hale in this stuff. This stuff is meant to elevate Thea Hale.
Okay, fair. You've made a very compelling argument.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Also, Christopher Justice in the chat. Yeet.
Yeet.
Appreciate it. Thank you for joining us on Wrestle Rewind.
Now, before we get to the main event of NXT, we do have a pay-per-view honorable mention, and this one goes to the men's Iron Survivor Challenge, which was the main event of NXT Deadline. And the participants are as follows. You got Javon Evans faced off against Miles Bourne, Dion Lennox, the TNA X Division champion Leon Slater, and the prestigious one, Joe Hendry. This was an amazing Iron Survivor Challenge. Everyone got a chance to shine. Everyone got a chance to get their shit in, and the fans were loving all of it. The intensity, the competitiveness of this match stipulation, and Javon Evans and Leon Slater, they're high flying like daredevils, man. They're freaking put their bodies on the line to do anything. Like Javon Evans, like it did incredible stunts, like of course doing he did a coast to coast swanton bomb onto Joe Hendry, and then he also did an incredible dive off the top of the penalty box onto the competitors at ringside. Leon Slater, of course, executes his swanton 450 splash, knocking out Dion Lennox. Like I said, everyone had a chance to shine. It was great. At the end of it all, it was Javon Evans that got the last pinfall to get the victory. Your winner of the men's Iron Survivor Challenge, Javon Evans, the young OG.
Shit. All right. Yeah. Remind me. The Iron Survivor match is 20-minute time limit. Each man comes in. First man to the last man to gain the most falls, either by pinfall or submission, is the winner of the Iron Survivor.
Yes, that's you got almost the rules right. Yeah, no, and whoever gets pinned ends up in the penalty box.
For what? 90 seconds?
60 seconds.
60 seconds. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there's a penalty box. You can't forget about that. All right, cool. So
and then, but the real pop was the post pay-per-view angle where we got the return of the aforementioned Mr. Gabagool himself, Tony D'Angelo, with the new look.
Oh yeah, so he jumped Javon Evans at deadline.
Yes.
So him jumping people, that wasn't even here. That's just him wreaking havoc everywhere. So yeah, no, the boppity boopity guy, he came back at the deadline. That's because he's meeting our deadlines, and now he's taking up everyone else's deadline. The boppity boopy, bippity boopity pop.
We haven't seen Tony D'Angelo on NXT programming since July. Chew on that.
Yeah, no, seriously, this is wild and this is fun. And just to answer the question that you had here from earlier, Jose, those do look like they're rose petals. Let me actually take a look, though. No, they're not rose petals. They're way too large.
What are they, napkins?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
They
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. This looks like a tweak adding into his Don character, so that he could fit in with the rest of the landscape of the NXT. Because like his Don character was entertaining, but let's be honest, it was birthed during the time of NXT 2.0.
It's more along lines of that he was the Don of NXT. He was a mobster boss, and now he is out for blood, and he is out for vengeance and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, now this one's a little bit lazy. I apologize. I had to find an older batch card picture, but now let's get to the main event. And this one is for the NXT Championship. As these two men, yes, they're going to run it back since Heatwave.
Hang on, let me fix that.
Thank you.
See? Easy fix.
Thanks, Juan. You're awesome.
Yes, I am.
Anyways, so these two men are going to be running it back from their last encounter at Heatwave in August. Obafemi defends the NXT Championship one more time against Javon Evans, the Iron Survivor winner.
So this is him officially calling his Iron Survivor shot?
Yes.
So
and
he's not waiting till New Year's Evil?
He's not waiting till New Year's Evil. It is happening. This is the main event. We're getting into the discussion now.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So before we get to this, I actually want to call attention to something that was mentioned on Wrestle Talk News, where Luke Owen gave his take on the on this week's NXT's main event. He was right, and I agree with his comments. Obafemi and Javon Evans are fucking over like Rover in NXT right now. They are so white hot. They need to be called up now.
Why?
Because of their popularity, because of how much they have improved in the ring. And listen, Obafemi right now, he's in his late 20s. He does, like, as far as that it goes, like, I'd say like that's a good enough time for him to get called up. To put it in comparison, like he made a weird comparison comparing like his success in his skyrocketed like run to I'm trying to remember. Yeah, no. He compared it to X-Pac when X-Pac did a whole bunch of things and he won and he gained so much popularity all in his late 20s, and like he was white hot during his time during the Attitude Era. And Obafemi is white hot right now. Okay, this is before we started hating X-Pac, so don't give me that look. Juan, you're giving me that look.
X-Pac? Really?
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's the fucking example you want to go with?
Not me. That was Luke Owen's example.
Alright, well, this is exactly why I don't listen to Luke Owens. But serious fucking
Luke Owen, but yeah.
Listen carefully, because I'm going to mention this one time. There's a reason why when you when you cook using a slow cooker, you make sure you set it on the lower setting especially when you're working with beef. If you cook on the higher setting for a slow cooker, then your beef does not fall apart. It does not become the tender, juicy, savory ribbons of protein and flavor. It becomes jerky. It becomes slightly softened jerky. Would you like Obafemi and Javon Evans to be slightly softened jerky? Or delicious, melty, buttery, fall-apart roast beef?
Okay, you make a fair point. Maybe not Javon Evans yet, because he's still young, but Obafemi definitely needs to be called up.
Why?
Like, because there's already little for him to do in NXT. Like, he already had, like, he's NXT champion now. He had a incredibly dominant first run with the title. He had an undefeated streak as the North American champion. He's going to be going up against Cody Rhodes this Saturday. Like, dude, call him up right now while he's still young. Like, yeah, Mr. Quick makes a good point. The guy's in his late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
Like, no time like the present for Obafemi at the very least.
No. Time is time is on his side because he's got his age with him. He can still hang a little while longer in NXT. Be fucking patient. Let the shit marinate. As Dirty Dango himself used to say, let the A's breathe.
I can't believe you remember that.
Yeah, I fucking remember that.
That was
the match.
All right. So, getting back to the main event, this match was pretty awesome. The whole story, of course, Javon Evans is using his speed and agility against Obafemi. He pretty much has an answer for all of Obafemi's power moves. Anytime Obafemi tries to pick him up, whether it's for a power slam or for a suplex, Javon Evans finds some way to work around it and to try to reverse it to stay ahead of the game.
I swear they swapped his blood out with flubber. That boy be bouncy.
That boy be bouncy indeed, man. Shit, I'm not kidding. Oh my god. And okay, yeah, Mr. Quick's right. Let Oba cook.
Yes, let it cook. You don't want undercooked glory. You want the glory to be cooked to perfection. All right? I'm talking as if these gentlemen were actual pieces of meat, but they're not. I'm actually just using an analogy because I like roast beef, and I like slow cooker roast beef too. Vicente Guerrero earlier was also discussing what's his face? Tubi. He said, I love it, both great 10 out of 10 horror and 1 out of 10 horror. The ones are mostly Olio Lomel directed crime films.
Oh, I haven't seen that because I don't watch crap.
Still, I should check out Evolve. Other Tubi wrestling they have are 70s and 80s best of, plus some IWA Deep South Carnage Cup 12th Journey CZW2. No fucking way. They got CZW
yes.
on Tubi?
I'm not kidding. They do.
Bullshit.
All right, well, let's get to the other photos of the main event, Juancho.
All right, well, it's about freaking time, man.
So, yeah, no. In this game of Javon Evans dodging all the moves from Obafemi, unfortunately, like, that didn't last much longer. Obafemi, both these guys fought at ringside. Obafemi tried to go for a running snake eyes, dropping Javon Evans head first onto the ring apron. Javon Evans leaped over Obafemi, was able to land on his feet onto the ring apron. I swear, that kid's got cat reflexes. But then Obafemi then chops the dude down with his bare hand, knocking down Javon Evans, and completely takes control, knocks the wind out of him, because, like, damn, bro. Imagine getting slapped in the hand by the freaking, like, Nigerian conquering beast over here.
Holy crap.
I
believe it.
Those guys don't play, boy.
No, they do not.
All right. And then from then on, after the commercial break, Obafemi was in control. He pretty much has felt like he's got this match won. He's got Javon Evans grounded for the rest of the match, just wearing him down, using all his power to overwhelm him. Javon Evans, of course, was able to get a little bit of offense. He tried to hit a comeback, but then Obafemi hits a release back suplex. Like, he tries to go for the release back suplex, then Javon Evans counters it, and then and then these two guys end up fighting over at ringside until Javon Evans was able to hit a reversal, and then he hits a frog splash from the top rope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seriously? Oh, no, it doesn't look like he's got that. Actually, is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Why didn't you say so?
There we go. Look at that. He hits an incredible frog splash. Look at that look at the hang time that kid's got. But Obafemi was able to kick out after two. And then Obafemi tries to go for the Falling Grace power bomb. Javon Evans was able to reverse it into a cutter, and then and then he tries to go up to the top rope and hit the springboard cutter, but he was only able to get a 2 count.
Okay, so you mentioned this earlier.
Oh yeah, no, there was this part here where these two kind of fumbled, where like Obafemi had Javon Evans in the powerbomb position, and then Javon Evans tried to like maneuver and do like a Hurricane Rana to bring Obafemi outside of the ring, but they did it clunkily. So that was before the frog splash. So my bad. But no, that was a little. That was the only messy thing about the match.
All right.
But they were able to get back on course.
Okay, so here's the cutter.
Yep.
I'm a goad.
Yep. The fall from Grace counter turned it into a cutter. Then he went to the top rope to try and hit another cutter. The ref counts 1, 2, and then he was yanked out from Absolute Ricky Saints.
He was yanked out of the ring. Oh my god.
He was yanked out of the ring by Absolute Ricky Saints. Yep, that was a very heelish thing for him to do. And look at that. He's wearing the shirt where he has the word Saints upside down. Do you notice?
Dun dun dun. Yeah, I notice it.
Yep.
I do not notice.
Then Javon Evans had enough of this big brothering bullshit from Ricky Saints. So he dives out of the ring and starts laying in a couple of right hand blows onto Ricky Saints, knocking him out.
Ha!
And
It's you know what? Fuck your shit.
And then he goes back into the match, but unfortunately, that's where things come to a close because Obafemi hits the fall from grace powerbomb, then the sit out powerbomb position to pin and retain. Your winner and still the NXT champion, the great Obafemi. And then before the show closes off, Obafemi has a stare down with Absolute Ricky Saints, who at this point has turned heel. Either he's turned heel or he's still leaning in between and just being a dick. I don't know.
It's official. Also, why is Obafemi not wearing his knee pads properly?
I don't know. Why does Ric Flair not wear his knee pads properly?
That's something I've been wanting to ask him for 40 years, okay?
Motherfucker, you know they go on your knees, not your shins. What the hell over there?
All right. Well, besides that, it was a great main event. Great main event match. Juan, what do you think?
Yeah, no, this sounded like it was fun. It sounds like it was a pretty fun main event match. We got the Bounty Boy versus the Big Man. Classic hero and villain dynamics. Nothing wrong with that.
And I don't think that Javon Evans is out of the championship picture yet. I think that he's pretty much still involved, except now it's a three-way player.
Holla, holla, holla.
Oh, yes. I foresee a triple threat match, likely at New Year's Evil.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's how we're going to see this stuff go down. So, yeah, can't wait to see it. Random guest Jordan Grace will never get a hit from a follow Grace Slam.
All right. Now, before we get into before we review this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, there is a point of criticism that me and Juan need to address, and this is something that has completely escaped me last week. So I apologize. So I apologize for this, but this is in regards to a criticism that's on the current AEW programming.
Okay, and what's that criticism, Jose?
The AEW Continental Championship. We need to
sorry?
talk.
No, Jose, there's no Continental Championship anymore. There's no Continental Championship.
Oh, yes, there is. You know what? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, but no, Jose, there's no Continental Championship anymore.
Why do you say that?
Because there's only the unified AEW Championship here. It's
right.
unified, Jose.
All right.
You have the Continental Championship and the All-Atlantic Championship, which makes the unified champion.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so let's
that's
address
exactly it here.
So let's address
Isn't
this.
that right? Isn't that fucking right?
It should be.
Isn't that fucking right?
So here's what's up. And this is how they tried to explain it last week during the whole hyping of the Continental Classic. According to Don Callis on last week's edition of AEW Dynamite, the way he explained the Unified Championship belt is apparently the Unified title is a symbol, and the two championships of the International Championship title and the Continental title, which, by the way, are held by Kazuchika Okada, were never truly unified. And for Kazuchika Okada to be entered into the Continental Classic, he had to surrender the Continental Championship so that it could be won by the tournament winner at World's End at the end of the year. My takeaway from all this is, you know what would have solved the problem? Not have the fucking tournament for the title. I feel like
Shut up.
Oh.
Move. Get out of here. Hot tag.
What?
All right.
Stomping.
I'm not trying to stomp.
I will
trying to
try
snap
not
his
to
idiot's
stop. I'm
hand.
sorry.
Hi there, folks. Juan Arouse here, one of the heads of the Ravens flock, the tech guru of the team, host of the Black Files, and the only interstellar tourist in the Ravens flock. I went to Deep Space Nine, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. this guy is a freaking stickler. Don't leave your gold press platinum loose and open around with him. All right, he's not above pickpocketing. So this shit is literally the issue that I've been screaming about with AEW, possibly the most in the last year, aside from the fact that Tony Khan doesn't know how to book shit to save his life. Aside from the fact that he's scared of cooties, so he neglects the women's division of All Elite Wrestling and the women's division of fucking Ring of Honor while we're fucking at it. And he doesn't know how to treat third-party wrestling promotions that he has partnerships with, such as New Japan Pro Wrestling and CMLL. I don't see any fucking TV deals for CMLL or New Japan anymore here in the US. Do you?
No.
Yeah, I don't fucking think so. He only does these partnerships with these people so he can say that he has them. So that he can make the claim that he's got these luchas and these wrestlers and all these awesome banners that he grew up online with all the livelong day, worshiping and beating his tiny little meat stick with. Then we have this shit. The All-Atlantic Championship, when it was initially introduced, it was stupid. Because this motherfucker doesn't know how flags and countries work. Remember, it was shortly thereafter that it was renamed the International Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the Continental Championship. For a part of this whole Continental Crown Tournament thing, which really shouldn't have fucking existed in the first place, because you don't have, whenever the WWE did the King of the Ring tournaments, you don't have the King of the Ring championship belt. This mark-ass sexless loser, Tony Khan, is the only idiot that I have ever seen in the world of professional wrestling make championship belts that have to be defended after a tournament that is the prize of the tournament. I don't see anybody else, nobody in freaking NWA, fucking like freaking Smoky Mountain Wrestling, fucking Ohio Valley Wrestling, fucking
even New Japan.
WCW, like ECW, TNA Wrestling, and those same dumbasses over at Wrestle Talk that you were quoting over here. They're TNA be TNAing. At least TNA doesn't do this shit. They've never once did this shit. They've done aces and eights. They've done they've done a murder mystery with Tommy Dreamer running around shouting that somebody's got a fucking gun, but they never did this, which is stupid in its face. And so this dipshit, this sexless loser Tony Khan, decides that he's going to try and solve the problem by unifying the championships, by unifying the Continental Championship and the International Championship. Literally, he could have gotten rid of the Continental Classic Tournament, which people were already criticizing because it was markish as fuck. When you see everyone in the Blue League and the Gold League, and you see who is all compiled in this shit, and Tony basically picks the match he actually wants to see for the Continental Championship, and he reverse engineers the tournament out backwards from there. And it couldn't be more fucking obvious with him. And so he decides he could get away with like he could easily retire the Continental Tournament once and for all. He could easily have retired the All-Atlantic / International Championship because he doesn't know how flags work. Japan isn't part of the Atlantic Ocean. Dumbass.
Neither is China.
Neither is China. And you know what you could have done? You don't need to call it the Unified Championship. Easy. International, Continental, Boom. Intercontinental. There you go. He would have been kind of pissy about it because he's literally just calling it the Intercontinental Championship. But you know fucking what? It would have been 10 times better than this convoluted dog shit that he's trying to foist upon us all. And now we've got Don fucking Fallis, this carny prick motherfucker, trying to storyline explain to us like, oh, the championship doesn't really actually get unified. It's just a symbol. It's just a thingy. The championship actually gets taken away. He's still the international champion, but he's got to participate in the Continental Tournament if he wants to be the Continental Champion again. And then he's got to defend the Continental Championship. No, you fucking don't. There is no amount of personality, whether it's a enjoyable personality or not, looking at you, Don Fallis, you carny fuck, that can explain away this dog shit. This sounds like something Vince Russo would have written out if he had discovered mescaline, okay? That is how shitty Tony Khan is in terms of booking stories, in terms of booking people, in terms of booking personalities. He doesn't know how to fucking do that stuff. So we're stuck with this tournament, bro. And oh, the tournament championship is a real championship you gotta defend afterwards. And yeah, he's also unified with the international championship. And oh, hey, this may show up at other promotions. Fucking spare me the behavior that Tony Khan exhibits, and I will defend this position until I am proven otherwise with physical, albeit uncomfortable to look at, evidence. Tony Khan is a sexless loser, and this is proof positive of it. What the fuck? All three of these belts, get rid of them. Get rid of that stupid national NWA championship that you also ripped off. Get rid of that. Fucking done. Get it away from me. You idiot. You don't know how to do mid-card titles to save your life. Tag in. Fuck you.
Is it a fuck you to Tony Khan, or is it a fuck you to me?
Yes.
Okay, as long as it's not just me, I guess. All right, but
Sorry, honey, for throwing.
Not right next to your foot.
Sorry for throwing the Jose's ass cushion with the fervor that I did in my defense.
okay, you don't have to say it like that. Okay.
This was something that it deserved my fervor.
All right. But no, I do agree with Juan. There's far too many mid-card championships in AEW. You don't need that many. The TNT title's enough. But anyways, for what it's worth. Anyway, so now let's get into this year's TV special of AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming.
Right, the fuse hit the boom, hypothermia.
Winter is coming, a.k.a. your next title for your Ruby fanfic.
Remember, Jose's a simp for Ruby, for the animated series Ruby.
I'm not a simp. Anyways, so let's go ahead and move
Jury's
on.
out.
All right, let's start. We're going to start things up with the opening match for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship, the tournament finals, as the Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron take on the timeless love bombs of Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa.
All right. Yeah, this I can get behind. This is the finale of the tournament. Yeah, this is stupid. I don't need more tournaments. I don't need more belts in my life. But we're still here, and Tony Khan has more money than sense. So fucking we ballin', I guess.
Well, this is the one part I do disagree with you, because I actually think that this was a good idea because women in wrestling need more opportunities.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I know. Too many belts.
Too many fucking belts already. Keep the ROH shit away. Keep the other company championships away, and stick to your AEW programming. Otherwise, nothing fucking matters. But these ladies, all four of them actually already matter. The fact that we've got the Babes of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs and the final for this tournament, I'm down with this. These are the right ladies to face each other. Either way, I don't know who wins, but you know what? I'm happy either way because I love seeing the timeless love bombs. I love the shenanigans and the HLA ridiculousness of Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. I also love the positive energy and the absolute joy and ridiculousness that comes from the Babes of Wrath over here.
Yeah, of course.
I got no issues with this match so far. Tell me how it went down.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I didn't grab that many photos from the AEW website, so I was grabbed as many as I could. Sadly, I only grabbed like maybe 1 or 2 photos from the opening match.
You literally only grabbed one.
I only grabbed 1, unfortunately, but it was a hard-fought battle, and Harley Cameron, who has the least experience out of all the other 4 competitors, she definitely pulled her own weight on this one. Of course, Toni Storm, me, and Shirakawa. There's not much to say about their chemistry. Like they go well together, like chocolate and vanilla swirl.
You know, Jose, they go together like peanut butter and strippers. Okay.
Peanut butter and strippers. Thank you for the Talladega Nights reference.
Urging you never to travel to Tijuana. I'm Cal Naughton Jr.
but no, it was a fun-loving match. These two teams really did awesome business together. During the middle of the match, where Mina Shirakawa had locked in the figure 4 leg lock on Harley Cameron, they did this whole bit where Harley Cameron rolled over to try and reverse the move on Mina, and then Toni Storm rolled it back, and then Willow Nightingale rolled it over. They did that whole silly shtick again, but it was still fun to watch. You know, I'm not gonna knock that. The fans love it. The fans were split between the two teams, and you know, at the end, timeless Toni Storm hit the Storm Zero onto Harley Cameron, but then she was knocked out at ringside by Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale slams Toni Storm at ringside, knocking her out completely. Mina Shirakawa was left alone in the ring, and Willow Nightingale hit her finishing move on Mina to pin and win for her team. So your winners and the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions.
Jesus Christ, they made these banners big. Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale,
the Babes of Wrath.
Holy shit.
Hey! And then after the match, they had a post-match interview with Renee Paquette, celebrating their win. And then they got a chance to shake hands with Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. They shook and hugged it out in respect.
Yay! That's nice.
Again, great opening match.
Okay, it's all babyface program. So yeah, no issues either way. All right. Yeah, this sounds like it was fun. This sounds like it was cool. I got no problems with it at all. I've got no problems with any of these ladies' personalities. And like I said, either way, whoever won, the fans come out happy. So this, I will say, is a rare W.
Yay!
So, and like I said, it wasn't it's not the matter of women not having enough championships. That's not what I was arguing. I was arguing about how the tag teams were kind of slapped together, and they kind of don't feel like they didn't feel like they really belonged with each other. But you know what? These two tag teams, at the very least, do feel like they that they belong together.
No. You know what? That's a fair argument. There are teams that do work together, like Babes of Wrath and Timeless Love Bombs, and there are teams that were slapped together just because. Like, I'll give an example: Megan Bayne and fucking Penelope and fucking Marina Shafir.
Okay, we get it. Megan Bayne is a really large woman, and she's very intimidating, and she's kind of muscly. She's like a freaking Amazonian psychopath. Why would you pair her off with the jujitsu jack off in estrogen format, who has the personality of a wet mop, who wears a freaking top that looks like it's made out of spaghetti thread? You remember the fucking top that...
Yes, we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
I still haven't let that go, have you?
No, I'm not going to let that go. That feels very impractical, and it feels like she's asking for a wardrobe malfunction to happen. Yes, I'm going to be judgmental about that shit. All right? God. Because I respect whammons.
Of course we do. We all respect whammons.
All right, and I'm pretty sure Marina Shafir would not want to accidentally flash her goodies without being paid properly for it, at least, but accidentally flash her goodies in the middle of a match.
Okay, my personal opinion, don't put Megan Bayne in a tag team at all. Keep her as a singles wrestler and just rebuild her as this unkillable like monster.
It's like the original thing that was back in the day in Ohio Valley Wrestling. You had the tag team of Shelton Benjamin and Brock Lesnar. Back when they were rookies, when they were fresh faced, like straight out of the gym. Shelton Benjamin being the natural worker, Brock Lesnar being the beast already back then. While that works in terms of trying to put together two guys so that they can develop together, keeping them as a tag team moving forward from there would have been a disaster. Neither one of them would have grown the way that they really needed to, which is why it worked out that Shelton Benjamin paired up with Charlie Haas so that they could be the world's greatest tag team, and Bork Laser becomes Bork Laser. Easy.
Yep.
All right. In this instance, the personalities of the finalists here in the tournament, these ladies go together with each other well enough that they don't subtract from each other as singles competitors either. The problem that's not the same as what happened with, like we mentioned, with Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir doesn't do jack diddly squat. Megan Bayne, well, she be Megan Bayning up in this shit. It's like she's still green. She still has rough edges in terms of her movement, so there's gonna be fucking problems. To put that together with the absolute sandpaper movements of Marina Shafir, and you got disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
All right? But I digress. That was then, this is now, and right now the Babes of Wrath are the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Champs, and I'm here for it. I got no problem with it.
Yay! All right,
See,
awesome.
I can like things in AEW objectively. I'll give my criticisms, and if something's good, I'll like it. If something's bad, I will not like it, and I will tell you either way. Cool?
Cool.
So cool.
All right.
In the chat, Vicente was saying either I read too much into names, or I figured at the time just now the Timeless Love Bombs are a callback to the 80s short-lived WWF tag team, the Jumping Angel Bombs.
Considering how much Tony Storm references Wendy Richter, I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait, Wendy Richter wasn't part of the Jumping Angel Bombs, was she?
No, but she used to wrestle for the WWF.
I know that. Like, everyone fucking knows that, but that has nothing to do with, like, fucking... like the Jumping Angel Bombs. All
right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the exciting match of the night. And this is one of the matches in the Continental Classic from the Gold League. Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
All right. So we got what's his face? So we got the Protostar Kyle Fletcher going up against the martial arts master Speedball Mike Bailey, or as Jim Cornette's affectionately naming him, Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Fu. Oh, god damn it. God. He's never in short supply of nicknames for the wrestlers he watches, huh?
Yeah, no, he's not in any short supply in there at all. Also, it was the Jumping Bomb Angels over here, Vicente Guerrero, and those two ladies are they were Japanese wrestlers, Norio Tateno and Itsuki Yamazaki. It was the two ladies in that tag team. So
from 1961 to 1981 till 1989. Wow.
Yeah, not too horrible. And yes, they wrestled in the WWF, but they started in All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling in 1982 to 89.
Cool.
And yeah, you had WWF where they were there for 1 year, 87 to 88.
Hey.
And apparently they were united in 2008. Yay.
Hey. The more we know.
Cartoon Network memories.
Ha. All right, but no, this was absolutely an incredible match. These two boys nearly went over the fucking time limit, and it was a 20-minute time limit.
Okay, so if it was a time limit, what would have happened then? This is a tournament. We need guys to win. They actually need to win through scoring and through advancing. Oh wait, I forgot. This isn't a regular tournament where you just eliminate and you bracket up.
No, it's a round.
Fucking Swiss, like rounds robin Swiss style shit, didn't he?
Yeah, the Continental Classic is set up as a 2-block rounds robins tournament.
Don't fucking overcomplicate this shit, you idiot, you dumbass poked out dweeb. This is how you overcomplicate shit.
Actually, this isn't even overcomplicating. It's copying from New Japan with their G1 Climax because they have the same setup format. The only difference is New Japan is smart enough not to have the tournament for a freaking belt. No, you know what actually happens? Whoever wins actually gets to main event Wrestle Kingdom and challenge for the IWGP World Title. You know, a much bigger stake than just a freaking WCW Cruiserweight title ripoff.
So yeah, no, it's literally just the King of the Ring, but done like you said, rounds robin Swiss style wrestling, Swiss style tournaments. So yeah, okay.
Tony Khan decided to bring that flavor to America and diminish the price.
It's like trying to bring over the original recipe of KFC and replacing 3 of the spices with nothing but giant heaps of MSG.
Come on, man. The people over at churches will tell you that shit don't taste right.
No, I'm too drunk to chase his chicken. Let's
Anyway,
keep going.
But let's keep going.
Tell us about the match.
Thankfully, there are plenty of photos from Speedball and Kyle Fletcher. These two guys are great. These guys are excellent in their reversals, like lots of high-flying moves, especially from Speedball.
Naturally, I mean, come the fuck on. He's a bouncy boy also. He does flippy-dippy steps, and you can tell he's a martial artist because he goes into the ring barefoot.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, that's still a thing for me, because, like, ew, what the fuck?
Yeah, no. I know it's still a thing, but that's his thing. So, no. As I said, this match nearly went over to a time limit draw. I wouldn't know what happens if it was a draw during the Continental Classic. I have to look at the rules again. But no, these two guys definitely brought it. It went past 2 commercial breaks during this week's Dynamite. Of course, Mike Bailey had his own arsenal of offense, but Kyle Fletcher was able to fire back and able to continue to lay in the pressure onto Mike Bailey. And then when we were past the second commercial break, like these two boys, after unleashing an arsenal against each other, they start taking the match slowly. They start laying in chops to each other, and then after the back and forth chop contest, Mike Bailey and Kyle Fletcher switch it up and turn it into a kick contest. Like, buddy, you don't want to exchange kicks with Hitmonlee. You don't exchange kicks with a kicking, fighting type Pokemon.
Yeah, no, you're asking for trouble. Yeah, see? Boom. Literally. Mike Bailey, like, actually his toes go into Kyle Fletcher's fucking neck. No, look at this shit. Look at his shit, okay? Listen, I don't know about you, but I don't want to feel your fucking bunions up in my Adam's apple, bitch. Serious fucking Bruce Lee.
Damn, that
Serious
is
fucking Hitmonlee.
Check, that contact is so cool.
Okay, that's cool, but this is the reason why I want your feet covered if you're gonna be kicking me like that, motherfucker. If we're gonna be barefoot, then we're both barefoot in the proper way in an actual martial arts fight. But in a pro wrestling match, you gotta wear some fucking footwear for your own safety's sake and for my personal hygiene and germophobia's sake. Okay?
I agree with Juan. Don't be like Matt Riddle.
Well, don't be like Matt Riddle, period, because he's a fucking moron. But
yeah. But yeah, no.
But that's beside the point.
Yeah, no, I mean, come on. Eventually, Rusev had to put on boots. And he started off wrestling barefoot. Well, albeit his feet was taped, but you get the point.
Yeah, no, here Mike Bailey's feet aren't taped. Here he's, oh God, why is he upside down?
Because this is the part where Mike Bailey, after the back and forth exchange, he hit an incredible roundhouse kick onto Kyle Fletcher and hit a moonsault knee strike onto the freaking solar plexus of Kyle Fletcher, but was only able to get a 2 count. And then we go into the back and forth, heading towards the finish. Hold on just a second here. So as we reach the home stretch of the match, let me explain what happens from here. So Mike Bailey then tries to go for the tornado kick leading to the Ultimo elbow, but Kyle Fletcher reverses the tornado kick, and then he hits his last ride sit out powerbomb, which is cool. No. I said hold it.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the cue.
No, that wasn't it.
Sorry, wrong powerbomb.
Yeah, no. And then he tries to go for the brainbuster. Mike Bailey was able to reverse it. He hits the tornado kick. He goes for the Ultimo weapon, but then, which is his finishing move. Kyle Fletcher was able to kick out after 2. So then, Kyle Fletcher goes for the powerbomb again, then hits his brainbuster. Mike Bailey was able to kick out. So he goes over to the top rope to hit a top rope brainbuster to try and drop Mike Bailey headfirst onto the top turnbuckle. Mike Bailey was able to reverse it. And with only seconds left on the clock,
That's where we get it.
That's where we get Mike Bailey, who rolls up Kyle Fletcher in this intricate pinfall move to score his victory. Your winner and scoring 3 points in the Continental Classic Gold League, Speedball Mike Bailey.
That pin doesn't count.
Why is that?
Okay, I'll show you why.
All right, go ahead and zoom in and point out the technicalities.
Okay. I don't need to even zoom in that much.
All right.
Okay. You see here?
Yes.
What's this?
The shoulder.
What is it doing?
Not being planted on the ground.
Which means he is not...
He's not pinned.
I rest my fucking case.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Yeah, so either everyone's a fucking moron and doesn't know how a pinfall works, including this dipshit referee.
Rick Knox.
Yeah, no, this dipshit referee who looks like he's just getting Hello Gracie up in his prison wallet over here. Or this was done on purpose and we're gonna see some shenanigans happen, and hopefully this gets resolved with some storyline shit like, oh hey, no, we're not like Don Fallis isn't gonna let them continue the tournament until this is re-resolved with a rematch or some shit. And they're like, oh no, because my man, he wasn't pinned properly. That's not a real pin. Roll that back, referee. That's not a real pin. I'm demanding that that we get a rematch next week or some shit. Do we get anything of that sort here? Because I would imagine that with Don Callis being such a well-seasoned and crafty manager, that he would immediately call attention to this shit and take advantage of it for his own dastardly ends. Did he do this?
Nope, because Don Callis has bigger problems on his hands.
Bigger problems than his men in the Continental Classic being cheated out of a win?
Yep, because in an exciting segment of the night, not exciting on his end, but exciting nonetheless, in this first part of the segment, Don Callis is backstage, and here's what happened. Earlier that evening on Dynamite, after Kazuchika Okada won his Continental Classic tournament match against Jungle Jack.
Bitch.
Yeah. The Don Callis family came out with $1 million inside a bag, and they wanted
duffel bags.
in the duffel bags. Don Callis tried to pressure Jungle Jack into joining the family. Jack Perry declined. This led it to a Pier 6 brawl, because then out came the Young Bucks and the Luchasaurus to run down for the save to fight off against Don Callis' family. The Bucks steal the money. So in this promo segment, Don Callis is calling out the Young Bucks, and he's saying, oh yeah, possession may be 9/10 of the law, but no, it isn't. And I would love to drag you guys to court and get a lawyer and sue your ass, but instead we're going to lay out a challenge for you next week at the Holiday Bash. The Young Bucks against your own partner, against 3 members of my choosing for the Don Callis family. Whoever wins gets the $1 million.
Okay, why did you bring out the fucking money in the first place? Number 1. Number 2, why are you carrying cash in a duffel bag? Do you not know what a debit card is? And number 3, why the fuck is it that these morons can fight over literally $1 million and somehow make it not feel like it matters? One of your boys just got cheated out of the Continental Classic. Yeah, Kazuchika Okada, the defending champion, quote fucking unquote. Don't get me back started on that.
No.
I was already tagged enough for the night. He managed to advance, yeah, but wouldn't you want to be a crafty and wily manager and make sure that both of your top boys of your Don Fallis family make it into the finals? That way you win no matter what? Apparently fucking not.
Don't worry, Juan. We have a soundbite for that.
I know. I can't believe you're making me fucking see this. I hate you and everything you stand for.
No one knows what they're doing.
Pretty much. But now let's get over to the babyface side of this whole segment, where Don Callis has thrown down the gauntlet. He's laid out the challenge, and the Young Bucks backstage, still carrying around the bags. They've accepted the challenge, but they still need to find a partner. Who's going to team up with Matt and Nick Jackson?
Let me just fix the photo like that. And let me just fix this over here. Perfect. Okay. I fixed it.
You asshole!
Yes, I am.
Put it back up.
Let me take a look in the chat over here. Yeah,
Fine.
he said, Mr. Craig saying, yeah, RVD was barefoot too. I know, and yeah, that was part of his style too, and I get that. But like, even eventually, RVD switched over to having boots too. And he did that even in ECW before he came over to WWF. Vicente Guerrero saying, "Oh, Kyle Fletcher had his shoulder up during the pin. Wrestling some days ask fans to forget memories or logic. I mean, WWF showed Jim Duggan's foot under the rope when Randy Savage beat him for the crown. A retired man and been dead for years, man. Technically had never had a never-ending match in 1990.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, no. Strictly speaking, the only reason Hacksaw Jim Duggan won is because Randy Savage died.
Ouch.
I know.
That was really sad.
But am I wrong?
No, you're not. So,
God.
But getting back,
no, seriously. Like Jim Duggan outlived. He outlived what's his face?
The Macho Man.
He's outlived the Macho Man. He's still alive.
He is.
So he wins by default.
Damn.
All right, so
getting back to this. So now the Young Bucks have to search for a partner. Who's going to team up with them to take on the Don Callis family for the $1 million that they have held hostage? Well, it's certainly not going to be Luchasaurus because, okay, this part is so silly. Because the way they approach Luchasaurus walked up to him and be like, "Hey, you want to tag with us?" And Luchasaurus is like, And then he does a stupid thing where he goes,
Motherfucker, you trying to tell me you don't know how to talk? What's he pointing at?
Dinosaur Stones. He's pointing at Kenny, my God, Omega. Because of course he's going to team with them. Kenny Omega, of course, he said.
The Elite.
Yep, because the Elite. And he said himself, he's not in it for the money. To him, it's personal. He'll do it for free.
Wait, what's personal about it?
Because Kenny Omega has a grudge against Don Callis.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, I hope you'll excuse me. This whole time where we haven't seen Kenny Omega do anything of substance for such a long time because the poor fucker has been in and out of surgery, and the fact that he's actually returned recently and is active in AEW has completely escaped my notice.
Diverticulitis is not a thing to fuck with, folks.
No, it is not. But that's not the point. The point of this is, like, Kenny looks fucking tired here. I am sorry. He looks exhausted. He looks fucking beat as hell, and that scares me for him. Okay, we're gonna continue getting these bangers off of him. All these 5-star glorious banger matches, banger to banging. Except his ass is literally banged the fuck up. Guys, have some fucking self-preservation. Shit, man. Please. Kenny's the only one of these fuckers that I actually like in this picture. Matter of fact, let me just fix that over here. Draw it over here on this end. Fix it.
Okay, that I'll allow.
Wait.
Because you are not going to shit on Kenny Omega.
Wait. There we go. I missed a bit of Nick's hand.
Okay, that I'll allow because I will not allow you to shit on Kenny Omega.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay, good. Now, let's move on to the match of the night. And this match was also part of the Continental Classic in the Gold League. It wasn't nearly as exciting as Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey, which, by the way, once again, I think it is the best match of the Continental Classic tournament, possibly one of the best matches in AEW Dynamite TV programming. But let's talk about this one. It's Kazuchika Okada versus Jungle Jack Perry. Now, this story with Jungle Jack Perry being in the Continental Classic, he's filling in for Darby Allin, who is currently sidelined with an injury, and he's going to be out for a while.
Okay.
So, this match, like I said, it wasn't nearly as exciting as the later match with Kyle and Speedball, but it wasn't that bad. There was one spot that I need to talk about that completely took me out of it. Now, near the end of the match, Jungle Jack, like in the top picture, Jungle Jack locks in the snare trap submission hold, and Kazuchika Okada brilliantly bit his way out of the submission hold to break free. That was cool. But then we get to the low-hanging fruit, where Kazuchika Okada was about to use the Tombstone Pile Driver onto Jungle Jack, and then Jungle Jack responded accordingly by biting Okada in the dick. I'm going to say this again. Jungle Jack Perry, to turn the match around, bit Kazuchika Okada in the dick.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, dynamite. You want me to fucking respect AEW when you have this nonsense?
When you have somebody literally biting him on the proverbial unified belt.
Unbelievable.
Lowest hanging fruit, everybody.
Literally the lowest hanging fruit. Ha.
I'm sorry. That part was just seemed stupid to me. Like, why would you do that? Like,
I'm sorry, did we time warp back into Russo era booking again? Are the oddities coming back out to dance after this? Are we going to see the fucking Truth Commission? Are we going to see the ICP spraying Okada with Faygo soda? Whoop whoop.
Faygo, oh my god.
Whoop whoop.
Like, and the thing is that Jack Perry is a talented wrestler. He could have easily reversed it with a Hurricane Rana or some other pinfall variation.
Instead, we literally get a dick spot. I'm sorry, but I thought dick spots got erased from professional wrestling when we all discovered that Joey Ryan was a disgusting pervert and pedophile.
Oh, the less we talk about him, the better. Please, I don't want to talk about him. I really don't want to talk about that piece of shit.
But we talk about this shit.
Jungle Jack, what the fuck? Anyways.
Like another fucking thing, the Wrestle Talk guys like to say, "Oh, TNA be TNAing or whatever." AEW be AEWing. Spare me that shit.
All right, now let's get over to the segment that should have been better, and it is an in-ring talkie segment where we hear from the AEW TNT champion, Mark Briscoe. And Mark Briscoe, of course, is joined by the number one contender to his championship, Daniel Garcia of the Death Riders.
The Dancing Fool. Oh boy.
I
forgot he was part of the White Pool Combat Clan.
The Death Jitsu Club.
no, the Jiu-Jitsu Jack-Off Club.
Oh, God. So, Mark Briscoe and Daniel Garcia had a chance to talk. Mark Briscoe is still trying to understand why Daniel Garcia pretty much sold out to join Jon Moxley's group, and then Daniel Garcia gets on the mic and he gets personal, and then starts talking about talking about his family, talking about his brother. The only way to get any kind of reaction out of Mark Briscoe, to be honest. And then Mark Briscoe then attacks Daniel Garcia, lays him out. Right? Let me paint a picture here. Mark Briscoe wasn't alone. I mean, Daniel Garcia wasn't alone. He was in the ring with other members of the Death Riders. He was with Wheeler Yuta,
useless,
and Marina Shafir, also
useless.
Daniel Garcia was flanked by his compatriots in the ring. Compatriots. Mark Briscoe lays in a right hand on Daniel Garcia. And Daniel Garcia, instead of fighting back or, have the rest of the group jump him 3-1, instead, Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta were holding back Daniel Garcia? Why? You guys have the number advantage.
Holding him back how?
Just restraining him from attacking Mark Briscoe.
So Mark Briscoe laid in a single right hand, knocked him over, and Shafir and Yuta, rather than joining the Dancing Fool and beating the shit out of one guy, because you've got two dudes and a chick against one guy, instead decide to hold back the dancing fool?
Yes.
The TNA, fuck you. AEW be AEWing.
Like, guys, you outnumber him 3-1. Jesus.
Are you fucking scared? Is there a fucking no contact clause going on?
No.
Then you got no fucking excuse. Go be fucking bad guys. I thought jumping people behind their back and trying to prove how tough and hardcore you are was the whole thing with the Death Riders. I thought that was your whole bag, man.
Yeah, sorry.
Apparently not.
Yeah, sorry. This segment pretty much made the Death Riders come off as toothless against Mark Briscoe, and that's
Not even toothless, brainless.
and brainless. Yeah. Well, I say toothless because I was also going to lean into the ironic joke, considering the fact that Mark Briscoe doesn't have a lot of teeth in him. Ha. Anyways, so now, before we get to the main event of this year's AEW's Dynamite Winter is Coming, we have another pay-per-view honorable mention to discuss, and this one belongs to the Ring of Honor's pay-per-view event Final Battle, which is Ring of Honor's equivalent of WrestleMania.
Except literally scheduled at the end of the year. Don't ask me why they do it that way. I guess they just wanted to keep its schedule adjacent to, like, the timeline of the year.
It is what it is. And this honorable mention goes to their main event, a singles match for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship, where Athena, the forever champion, successfully defended her title against Persephone, a luchadora all the way from CMLL. This was fucking amazing. These two women put on an absolute clinic. Athena has been putting on nothing but gangbusters anytime she's in the ring in these pay-per-view matches or on Ring of Honor programming, and she's always delivering like these 20 to 30 minute incredible like steal the show women's matches. She's literally carrying Ring of Honor on her back. Which is also a sad commentary, and it also diminishes the rest of the talent that's in Ring of Honor that's stuck behind a paywall.
How could we ever know about any of this, Zane?
Well, I know part of the main event because I had to go around and go fetching for clips and highlight videos. But no, Yuan's right. We couldn't know anything about it because
ROH has no TV, and apparently there was some fucking rumor that had come out recently that there was an initial offer from the folks over at Warner Brothers Discovery to put Ring of Honor on like a on like one of the other smaller streaming platforms that are co-owned by fucking WBD.
But don't tell me Tony Khan declined.
Yeah,
idiot.
Fucking idiot. That would have been something. Instead, he has it behind the Ring of Honor shows behind a separate paywall. That makes no fucking sense. All right, so please tell me more about the Women's World Championship here.
Oh no, well, there's not much else to say. Like, this was an incredible women's match. Athena successfully defended the championship against Persephone. She fended off another competitor, which is great. It's awesome. Her title reign continues, but at this point, it also leaves a big question. Who's left in Ring of Honor to challenge Athena? She's pretty much beaten almost every woman in the division. Who's left?
Let me guess. Mercedes Money shows up at the end of all this shit?
Oh, no. Mercedes Money, no, dude. She's got bigger problems. She lost the Women's Television Championship to Red Velvet at Final Battle, and now she's in a decline where she's losing all her championships one by one.
Are we sure? Has she lost her other championships yet? Or has she just lost
this is just the beginning.
Are we sure?
She now has 12 belts instead of 13.
Okay. Are we sure? She could just as easily challenge Athena now. And because she's a wily, crafty bitch, Mercedes Money could try and grab the ROH Women's World title.
Or she could try that, and she would end up with the same bad luck and lose again, and she being the woman who would capture every title, but she can't capture the big one. You know, it's like a curse.
Yeah. No, I get that, and I can see that working too, except who the hell are we dealing with here?
Mercedes Moné.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. But nevertheless, great pay-per-view, great match. They also crowned a new Ring of Honor Women's Pure Champion in Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh yeah, La Virtuosa.
Yeah.
I forgot she existed. But then again, that's what happens when you're in ROH.
When you're part of people! Anyways. So now let's get to the main event of AEW Dynamite. Winter is coming, and this one is a one-on-one contest for the AEW World Championship. As the defending champion, the leader of the Ops, Samoa Joe. I thought I could...
Oh yeah, you did. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong graphic.
No, it's okay. As the Ring of Honor World Champion, Samoa Joe defends the title against the Mad King, Eddie Kingston.
All right, let's see how this shit flies out. I already fucking gave my take on why this is being worked out ass backwards here, but fucking sure, okay. I got no issues with Eddie Kingston challenging for the world title. He's good in the ring. He's better on the mic, as if he can get his focus in. Sometimes it takes him a little while to get to his points. I'm not gonna lie, but that's him. That's not me. And Samoa Joe, well, we know Samoa Joe's work. It is unquestionable.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, Joe's gonna kill you. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see how this works. Go on.
Yeah, no. So Eddie Kingston did great in this main event, being of course the scrapping underdog in this one-on-one encounter against the conquering champion. He did everything he could to fend off against Samoa Joe with a series of strikes, a series of moves. He did an incredible pump handle suplex, lifting the near 300-pound Samoa Joe over his shoulder. Yep, no, this is one of the reversals where he hit an amazing bulldog in his comeback. Samoa Joe took it face first. Ow. But then Samoa Joe was able to regain control of the match by hitting his own arsenal of moves, of strikes and kicks, and just wearing down Samoa Joe. And then we get to the exchanging of the chops.
No. Please don't tell me that Eddie Kingston did what I think he did.
No. He didn't do the multiple chop bullshit.
Thank God. Although I do have to say, this is impressive. Is this a trick of the lights, or am I seeing rippling on Samoa Joe's chest here from the chops? Please explain this to me.
I think that's got to be that's got to be a trick of the lights, man.
This
No, that's an impact.
That is an impact. Okay, fine. Which looks okay. K-Storm says it's an impact.
Yep.
Okay, so are we sure? Y'all see what I'm talking about here? Yes.
I see what you're talking about.
That's what you see in slow motion. So yes.
Oh my fucking
Oh yeah,
God.
where you see the jiggle like.
Oh my fucking Lord! You're joking.
I'm not.
No. K-Storm makes a good point.
No, you are making a good point, sweetheart, and I get that, but I'm like, no fucking way. Oh my God, that is so cool.
You know what else
so
is
fucked up at the same time, but whatevs.
You know what else is cool?
What?
Paying homage to John Cena.
I'm sorry?
In this match, while Samoa Joe had control over Eddie Kingston, Samoa Joe took a page off the John Cena playbook and then locked in the STF submission. Yeah. No, I have a picture.
No, that's not a picture of it, is it?
Yes, scroll down, dude. He locks in the STF submission hold and he salutes to John Cena.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, this is some cheap fan service on my end. Okay. That's understandable. Because Samoa Joe and John Cena never had a match, did they?
Not that I can remember. They did had a face off on an episode of Raw a couple years ago, but
as far as that goes, the only other time these guys ever worked together was in their old training days, isn't it? They trained together.
They trained together, but they never fought together on TV.
You gotta be shitting me. And
I'll have to do my research on that, but yeah. So, getting back to the match. So, as we get close to the finish, Eddie Kingston was able to reverse the first attempt at the Coquina Clutch and lay out Eddie Kingston with a stunner. He tries to go for a spinning back fist, but then Samoa Joe was able to finally lock in the Coquina Clutch, and then unable to fight off against the pressure of the hold, Eddie Kingston slowly tapped 3 times, awarding Samoa Joe the victory. Your winner and still your AEW World Champion, Samoa Joe. There was no dirty finish. There was no shenanigans from the Ops, not even shenanigans from Hook. He straight up beat Eddie Kingston clean.
Okay. So Eddie Kingston is no longer going to be on a warpath now? The head of the Ops just shut him down before he could try and get his hands on Hook? So does this mean that not only is he not getting another world title match now thanks to Joe beating him, but now what? He doesn't get to touch Hook now, right?
No,
Or what
Eddie Kingston is now out of the picture, and Samoa Joe is now focusing on Hangman Adam Page, who has challenged him to a rematch for the AEW World Title at World's End.
You got to be kidding me. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so Eddie Kingston's whole arc with all this stuff happening to Hook doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It never mattered. It's gone and dead and buried.
Yeah.
Por el amor de mierda. Okay, at least the match was clean. And at least Eddie Kingston didn't do the stupid multi-chomps that make you look silly.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Because, that's actually really silly. And if something like this, you don't want to come off sillier than necessary. So, okay, thank you, Eddie Kingston. You gave us an awesome match. Thank you, Samoa Joe. You gave us an awesome match. All right, that's good.
All right.
The storyline implications are still stupid. I don't fucking get it.
But the match quality still makes up for it.
Yes.
All right. Awesome. All right. Now, let's get into this week's edition of TNA Impact. Yeah, one of their TV tapings over in El Paso, Texas, the hometown of WWE Hall of Famer
the late great Eddie Guerrero.
That's right. That's right. And once again, we're dealing with another fallout from an incredible pay-per-view event of Final Resolution. So we open up TNA Impact with an in-ring promo segment of the TNA World Champion, Frankie Kazarian.
The King's speech?
Yes.
Seriously? Is that what he's going for when it comes to him cutting a promo on everyone?
Why not? The Edge had the cutting edge.
He's not a king, though.
He declares himself the king of TNA.
Oh, for the love of God. I can declare myself the king of the Isle of Man. That doesn't make it true.
Yeah, well, you know how people are with giant egos. That being said, speaking of giant egos, of course, Frankie Kazarian bragged about his victory over JDC at Final Resolution. More on that later. And he also bragged about, how he's the awesome champion. He's pretty much giving himself a victory lap, giving himself a toast,
patting himself on the back. How nice.
But then he was interrupted by the former TNA World Champion, the illest, the realest, Mike Santana.
Cool.
Mike Santana
coming
got on
for the crowd. Come on, man. We don't got to do coming in for the crowd stuff anymore. Come on.
All right, so Mike Santana got on the mic.
JS is killing it. Fucking Moxley's fucking killing it. Come on.
Hey, Roman Reigns didn't kill it. Actually, no. Somebody tried to kill him while he was running through the crowd at a live event.
Yeah, why do you think he doesn't do it anymore? Okay,
fair.
Whatever.
Okay, so Mike Santana got on the mic. First, he addressed the NXT invaders, and he says that he's going to be coming after them, and he wants a shot at them inside the steel cage, coming up soon. So, Team TNA versus Team NXT in the solid steel cage. So, and then
solid steel cage.
I said solid,
Salad.
He has initiated his rematch clause, and he's coming after Frankie Kazarian for the TNA World Title at Genesis in January.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes, it's happening.
Hang on, what's his face? If he said to making fucking jokes from AEW. I knew Jack Barry was gay, CM Punk while watching at home. A short-lived run in TNA, but they had a fat guy named Dick Justice who was a comedy wrestler. I looked him up. I didn't want to believe you, but how dare you?
Actually, Juancho, you know what? I'll say one positive thing about Okada versus Jack Perry. I'm actually kind of happy that Darby Allin wasn't in that match because I don't want to see Darby Allin biting anyone in the dick.
Because he might do it as a shoot. Because he's so edgy.
That's the only positive thing I'll say about it. I don't want to see Darby Allin do it.
Hey, let's continue here.
All right, but anyways, so Mike Santana is coming after NXT, and he's also coming after Frankie Kazarian. The rematch is on for TNA Genesis, and Frankie Kazarian hated all of it. Like, oh no, how dare you, and all that shit. Oh, it's not a good night for the king of TNA.
Dumbass.
All right. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the exciting match of the night, and this one was amazing, and it has major championship implications. Here we go.
Okay.
And it is a 6-way number 1 contenders X Division match. Whoever wins gets the challenge for the TNA X Division Championship in the future. The participants are as follows: from top left to far right, you have Jake Something, former NXT Cruiserweight Champion Cedric Alexander, Former TNA Tag Team Champion Ryan Emmett.
My big brother. Who is it present, bitch?
Former NXT North America Champion Desmond Xavier, a.k.a. Wes Lee, before he was fired by WWE.
Okay, so that's what's happened to Wesley. Goddamn.
A new wrestler by the initials of BDE. I know nothing about this guy. I'll have to do research on him later.
And also another dude named Jason Hotch.
Yep, representing the Great Hands, representing the Order 4.
All right. Okay, so we've got a new guy, a guy who used to be in WWE, a Nepo bitch, a former champion, Jake something, and a tag guy.
Yes.
All of them going for the X Division's belt.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
cool.
And this was pretty awesome. All 6 competitors got a chance to shine in the ring. Mustafa Ali was on ringside commentary with Matthew Raywalt and Tom Hannafan. Obviously being the heel and just healing it up. Everybody else did great business with each other. These guys definitely brought their A games in this match. Of course, at the end of it all, it was Desmond Xavier who was able to pick up the victory. So Desmond Xavier will be challenging for the TNA X Division Championship in the future when he chooses.
Wait a minute! BDE's a fucking YouTuber?
BD's a YouTuber.
Yeah, no, Mr. Quick just clued us in on this shit.
Hey, I'm Brandon. I make WWE content that includes Reddit, reactions, gaming, live streams, and more.
Yeah, he hit 1 million subscribers back in August 2023.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker!
Damn. Okay. Respect.
Give us your subscribers, bitch. You lost the X Division Championship, the qualifier here. Give us your subs.
You asshole.
I'm gonna start tagging BDE and all our stuff. Like, give us your subscribers. There. The Raven Sock was here.
All right. Now let's move on to the exciting. God, I can't with you, Juan.
Are you supposed to with me?
All right, let's get to the exciting segment of the night, and this is an in-ring promo segment with the TNA World Tag Team Champions Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys.
Wonderful, yes. Now, apparently, during this segment, they went ahead and made a point of mentioning that Matt Cardona, who was also supposed to be in this TNA versus NXT cage match, got jumped by the NXT dorks, and he is not able to jump in and join and compete. And so the Hardys were talking about how that's a big bummer, and we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, that we don't know what's gonna. They don't know what's gonna happen, but they're gonna find out. But they're gonna do their best to find out. They got the crowd hyped up, and then they were interrupted by the newly debuting tag team of The Righteous, which includes Vincent and Dutch. And to describe how they made their entrance, they were playing like peaceful, like weird music similar to the Wyatt family. Yeah. And they were dressed in white clothing.
It's instead of creepy dark bayou swamp cult guys, think like the freaky new age spiritual fucking like faux happiness bullshit cult.
Yeah, it was a team of Vincent and Dutch, and these two teams previously wrestled over in Ring of Honor. Of course, we didn't know anything about it because they were behind a paywall. Anyways, so the Righteous came down to the ring and joined the Hardys, and Vincent cut a really good promo introducing themselves, who they are, and they said that they actually admire the Hardys, and they respect the Hardys for what they've done, and it looks like they were trying to persuade the Hardys to join them or to form an alliance with the Righteous. So that was very weird. That was a weird way to introduce them to the TNA audience.
Oh no. This is a pretty good way to introduce them into the audience because you're introducing the characters. And who better to try to put them up against than the actual tag team champions?
Yeah, you know what, to be honest, I'd rather see Vincent, the dreadlocked haired dude, in this with the Hardys than being back to, being the lackey for PCO.
Oh my God, he was a lackey for PCO. Oh my God, you're right. Jesus.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
He was kind of his like surrogate Frankenstein.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, you forgot about that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I wanted to keep forgetting.
All right. Now let's get over to the match of the night, and this was a Knockouts tag team match featuring the Elegance brand, Heather and M by Elegance, with the personal concierge taking on the team of Harley Hudson and
Myla Grace.
Thank you. And the Elegance brand were dressed up in Christmas clothing. They were sporting Christmas apparel,
Red
they
with
look,
the little white trims.
yeah. They had a little bit. They had green on them, but they were looking very nice, very jolly,
Festive.
very festive. And this match was pretty much a bunch of like funny shenanigans from the Elegance brand. Like they brought in giant present boxes. They were going to use it as weapons, but that didn't come into play until later, where Harley Hudson grabbed one of the present boxes and smashed it over the personal concierge's head. But that allowed the Elegance brand, or rather Heather by Elegance specifically, to roll up Harley Hudson to pick up the victory. Your winners, the Elegance brand. Like I said, this match wasn't long. It was actually like 5 or 6 minutes, and it was basically just a bunch of funny like holiday hijinks. Like outside of that, there's really not much else to say about it.
God damn it.
Although I did laugh when the personal concierge got turned into a freaking box head.
Ha.
So that was funny.
Okay, yeah, you got me there.
Now,
all right.
Now let's get over to the bad segment of the night. And this was a backstage segment. It started off as a promo segment featuring the TNA Knockouts World Champion Laying Lee and her friend Zaya Brookside. But then they were interrupted by Tessa Blanchard, the racist, Vix Crow, and I don't know who the other lady is, but she's a newcomer in TNA. And apparently, like, Tessa Blanchard was bragging about how she made the Knockouts division and how she was also a former TNA World Champion in the men's side. And she bragged and boasted about her accomplishments, and she was pretty much trying to weasel her way into challenging Laying Lee for the TNA Knockouts World Title. I pretty much tuned out after Laying Lee and Zaya Brookside were interrupted because we are not fans of Tessa Blanchard. I'm sorry, we are not fans of the racist who is still employed, who is still on TV, who still casts a shadow over TNA no matter how much good business they're doing.
Jesus, I just can't. I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
Seriously, there's nothing positive to say about Tessa Blanchard. I can't.
Let me look in the chat over here real quick.
It's hard for me to like a wrestler when they are a fucking terrible person in real life. Go on.
Mr. Quake was saying BDE is basically a better Logan Paul, as in he's not a prick. Cool. Yeah. All right. I can live with that. Brandon does everything. Poor Wesley. Wesley's fine. He's still employed and he's still wrestling and he's doing what he loves. No biggie. Vicente Guerrero's over here saying, over the years I've seen several wrestlers with YouTube channels. Too many to name them all, but Just Incredible was also a YouTuber. It might have been before his ultra fat drunk man days.
Oh yeah, PJ Polacco let himself go, unfortunately.
The Righteous theme music here in TNA was the same one from AEW and Run and pre-TKROH. The Righteous were managed by Viva Van.
A female valet.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, okay. Let me look her up. Okay, I can see it.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see Victoria. Yeah, Victoria Tran, aka Viva Van,
Oh, she was trained by Rikishi.
and she's currently all elite,
Okay.
which means she's probably nowhere to be found.
She's behind a paywall in Ring of Honor. But anyways, also, can we give a brief shout out to Laying Lee? Like, congratulations to her for winning the TNA Knockouts World Title at Gold Rush. Like, the former Xia Li really worked her ass off to be better in wrestling, and she's earned it.
Without question, I don't think anyone's gonna crap on Laying Lee and her making her way up the ladder in professional wrestling. I don't think anyone's gonna deny her dues, except of course for the racist.
Yeah,
But that's not what's important right now.
All right, now let's go ahead and now before we get into the main event, of course, let's briefly talk about the pay-per-view honorable mention from TNA's Final Resolution.
Hang on, I didn't realize that this image was so much smaller. Let me beep.
Yeah. Remind me to update and get you a bigger resolution.
Ha.
All right.
Ha.
No, I wasn't. Oh God.
Ha ha ha. I know you weren't trying to, but you're good at those puns.
Oh, thank you.
They're so
Thank
bad.
you. Oh God.
They're so fucking bad.
All right. So The honorable mention, of course, goes to the main event all the way at the bottom at the end.
There we go.
Yep. Goes to the one-on-one contest for the TNA World Championship, where Frankie Kazarian defended the TNA World title against JDC. Now, JDC, near the end of November, I believe, JDC announced that he will be retiring at Genesis next year. That he wants to have his last match at Genesis, and he'll be retiring from professional wrestling. And yeah, I know it
Not
was
exactly the John Cena farewell tour, but still.
But still, if you look back at JDC's career, like even though he wasn't booked very well over in the WWE, he was still featured on TV every week or on some type of AEW programming with his Fandango gimmick, and the fans still loved it. And when when you consider his pairing with Tyler Breeze, the Fashion Police, like that was entertaining.
It was fun. It was silly.
Yeah.
I got no issues with it.
Yeah, no. And, since being fired from WWE, like, he has tried to reinvent himself over in TNA, albeit, like, his character arc in TNA was a little rocky and hard for us to digest, but he was able to come around eventually. And he did he had a really great match against Frankie Kazarian, but at the end of it all, despite his best efforts, JDC put on a great fight, but Frankie Kazarian was able to weasel his way out and steal the victory. Your winner, and still, the TNA World Champion, Frankie Kazarian.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know, fuck.
No wonder he was all bragging hoity-toity at the beginning of this week's show. Wow.
Yeah, no. Okay, Tessa Blanchard is famous because of her father. Dude, if her father
Tully.
Yeah, Tully, I'm sorry, but if her father couldn't even get her work at AEW while he was employed over there, that's a problem.
And this was back when Tony Khan was collecting everyone.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Now let's go over to the main event of this week's TNA Impact, and this one is a first time ever for TNA where they had a knockouts version of a dog collar match. Danny Luna versus the former NXT Women's Champion, Indy Hartwell.
Oh my fucking lord. When I heard about this match, I was hyped as fuck. Hey, I'm saying, guys, what do you mean? Tessa Blanchard was famous because her father. Look at RKO too. Yeah, that's how he started on there, but then he started building his own fucking name. And yeah, he started with the whole I'm a generational talent. My dad was part of it. I remember that shit.
But then he grew out of it.
Yep, he grew out of it. He grew out of it being the legend killer. The only reason why Tessa Blanchard is outshining Tully is because people aren't letting her forget that she's a racist.
Now, let's focus on the main event. Dog collar match. The rules are simple. There's a giant metal chain, and in both opposite ends, there's dog collars.
And the women have to wear it while they're fighting each other. So it's no disqualification, no countouts, anything goes. But it's not lazy booking because they can't escape each other. They can't run and hide. They can't commit shenanigans.
And
they
of course,
have to stay up close and personal.
And of course, the chain can also be used as a weapon.
Obviously.
Which
it was too gratuitous and to a gratuitous extent.
Gratuitous, but also in some ways very innovative. Like there were some moments where they actually used the chain like intelligently. Like remember, like during the match, like Indy Hartwell actually was used the chain to like clothesline Danny Luna after whipping her against the ropes. Like that was pretty neat.
Like she whipped her. Like okay, so Indy whipped Danny Luna against the ropes and had grabbed the chain, had it sort of looped, sort of catty-cornered in the like on the turnbuckle between the two women, like the closest turnbuckle there. And when Danny Luna came running back off the ropes, Indy Hartwell used the as much of the slack from the chain as possible to cause Danny Luna to get clotheslined face first with that fucking chain.
That was cool.
And the match started pretty wild and brutal because what's her face? Danny was trying to go at it in the match before the referee could actually lock in the collar on her.
Oh yeah, that's right. Danny Luna did jump Indy Hartwell before the match started, and then
Indy wearing the chain.
But then Indy was able to fight back, and she put the freaking collar on Danny Luna.
Herself, and that's when the referee officially called for the bell to begin the match. So, yeah, that was always cool.
Yeah, I know. And as we later progressed into the match, Danny Luna was definitely taking the fight to Indy Hartwell, had control over the match. Both these ladies fought over at ringside, and at one point, I forgot what happened, but then Danny Luna started bleeding out of her head, like.
Yeah, no, she was rocking some blood. Like
I believe it was like
business.
what? Indy Hartwell used the chain as a weapon and started clocking her over the head, or
Yeah, I think that's how they explained away the gig.
yeah, okay, yeah, no. She was bleeding. Now, this wasn't bleeding bucket levels of CM Punk versus MJF or Cody Rhodes versus the late Mr. Brody Lee.
But it was still
brutal.
It was still the kind of brutal headshot with bleeding that you would expect from a dog collar match, regardless of gender.
Now, the finish got a little confusing. Indy Hartwell was able to turn the match around to her favor. She nearly had the match won. Then Danny Luna rolled outside of the ring. She grabbed a bit of white powder and looked like she was trying to use it as a weapon, but then when she threw the powder, it was a misfire.
Yeah, no, she grabbed a whole handful of that chalk powder that you can use for like weightlifting, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's what that powder was, and she like crumbled it up. She was about to throw it, and she threw it at the ref where she just missed.
I think she missed because Indy Hartwell like yanked the chain, and that caused a misfire.
Oh yeah, she yanked the chain down, which caused Danny Luna to go fucking sideways and drop the handful of powder. Okay.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was an actual mistake, and then they had to call an audible to the finish.
Nope.
But
that was clearly part of the show, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah. So then Danny Luna then went with Plan B, and then she knocked out Indy Hartwell with the chain, and then she hit the Luna landing in the middle of the ring. The referee came to his senses. And
before we forgot, there was a ref bump.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did have a ref bump. Yeah, we did have a ref bump. Then Danny Luna knocked out Indy Hartwell with the chain, and then hit the Luna landing. The referee came to his senses, and awarded the pinfall victory. Your winner, Danny Luna.
And this was after Danny had Indy Hartwell pinned down at a 5 count before the referee got in there officially for the bell.
Yeah.
So yeah, like 1, 2, like the fans were counting up to 5, and when they got to 5, that's when the referee finally got around and got to calling the actual 3 count.
I'm not sure if this was the first ever women's dog collar match ever.
Apparently,
you know what?
For TNA.
Congratulations on TNA. That was pretty awesome. They did something new. It was great. The fans loved it. And yeah,
I don't love the Knockouts division. You cannot ever deny that TNA's Knockouts division is leaps and bounds one of the premier women's wrestling divisions in the entire world, bar none.
Precisely. Now, with that being said, Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so final closing thoughts on this week's TNA Impact. I like the opening segment. We're finally redirecting Mike Santana back on the championship course, and he'll be getting his rematch against Frankie Kazarian for the TNA World Title. That's something to look forward to. Let's see, the main event dog collar match, I think me and Juan already concluded. That is amazing. It is historical. It's definitely, and both Indy Hartwell and Danny Luna did great business with each other. All the other matches in the middle were pretty solid. The 6-way X Division match was a lot of fun to watch.
There was a match between the System and what's-his-face? Sinner and Saint.
Sinner and Saint. That was very...
Judas Icarus, and what's the other fucking guy?
Travis Williams.
Okay.
Yeah, the former Northern Armory, who are pretty much lost in the shuffle now.
Without Josh Alexander.
Without Eric Young, they have no direction. So they were just there.
Why were they pushing Eric Young?
I don't know. I would have liked the Lei Lee segment more if she wasn't interrupted by freaking Tessa Blanchard. I think we've already made enough comments about her, and talking about it again will just be going around in circles. But everything else was pretty good about TNA. I liked it. And this year's AEW Dynamite's winter is coming. I'm gonna be honest, the real match that that wrestling fans are talking about with AEW would have to be Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Like, that was the match. because it was fucking awesome. Those two athletes are really good, and they complement each other.
Which is funny because you want to be like groany at Mike Bailey for his taekwondo moves and shit. You want to be like crappy on that, but at the same time, you also can't deny he's got in-ring wrestling skills. He and Kyle Fletcher were doing a pretty damn good match on their end.
Exactly, and I believe that match, along with the opening match, the women's tag title tournament finals, I think those matches were great. And of course, the main event between Samoa Joe and Eddie Kingston, storytelling storyline notwithstanding, they had a really good main event match. I don't like the dick spot. Can we not do that dick spot again ever?
Ever.
And I'm sorry. Like AEW. They're still trying to make Mark Briscoe happen, but I don't know, man. I'm still having a hard time trying to believe him as an actual credible challenger. I don't know. It's weird. Also, that whole segment where the Death Riders hold back Daniel Garcia instead of jumping him 3-1, that made no sense to me. John Moxley would not fucking kowtow to this bullshit.
Was John Moxley anywhere near the show?
Backstage.
So he didn't have a match?
No.
Good.
Okay. No. This week's edition of WWE NXT was also pretty awesome. I'm happy to see Obafemi back as champion. He successfully defended it against Javon Evans, albeit interference by Ricky Saints. And the women's match between Jordynne Grace and Kalani Jordan was so awesome, and Jordynne Grace is so innovative. I know she's complimented for being a powerhouse and for being one of the best knockouts in TNA history, but holy crap, man, the moves that she brings to the table, these new moves that we've never seen before, it's so awesome to watch.
It is. I'm sorry. It really, really is.
Yeah, no. And as for Kendall Gray, I can't wait to see Kendall Gray versus JC Jane, champion versus champion. I actually can't wait to see what that's going to happen. I don't know. I think JC Jane will find some way to retain the title at New Year's Evil, but I think it's going to be awesome to watch regardless. And I'm really invested into this new character arc of Tony D'Angelo. Where is this going? What's going to happen next with Tony D'Angelo? He hasn't said anything since making his return.
We don't know what he said. We don't know where he's going.
I know. It's almost as if we need to hold back all the Italian jokes because he's still mysterious right now.
Boppity boopy. Beepity boopity bop. let me look at the chat before we go. What's his
TNA
face?
is stepping up.
Yeah, Vicente is saying, I'd still love to see Tessa versus Charlotte, train wreck of a match, because both of the women would want to win, so tons of no-selling. Danny Luna looked even better getting color at this match. I can see the appeal. It's not my bag, but I get it. Funny how the female ref covered her eyes to not see the cheating wrestler. Wait,
Wait, are you talking about in the main event of the dog collar match?
There's no cheating in there. There was anything goes.
Yeah. Mr. Quake saying TNA is stepping up. Tyra May still needs to go to TNA. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's see.
World
You're right
Knockouts
about
and X Division. Yep.
All right. So, just a reminder, folks, we're going to be returning this Saturday with another edition of Los Amigos Play. Angel Mendez will be back on our programming, and we're going to continue the playthrough of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Yay!
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, and we're also going to have plenty of news and topics to discuss on this week's edition of the Ravens Flock, and of course, we have a special surprise. Or should we hold off on that?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, you know what? Until then, Mr. Juan Arouse, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody between, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona, as he reviews for you the best and the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time live, simulcasting on YouTube and Facebook. Hit the subscribe and follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here at our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another special edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and AEW, you don't need that many belts.